Hey Apex families, this is Coach Tyler. Today I wanted to talk with you really briefly about the 4 stages of skill mastery. You can see it on the board here behind me. Let's go through it. We've got 4 stages: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and mastered or mastery. Every student has skills that fall into one of these 4 categories. With gymnastics, you're typically going to have students that have some mastered skills, and hopefully, if they're working on new skills, they're not going to be as mastered. They're going to be more beginner or intermediate in some of those skills. And that's the struggle, balancing children's progress with how they feel like they're doing, because if they get frustrated or discouraged for too long, they're going to want to quit. They're going to want to do something else. They want to go do something where they can feel like a master, and we need to get them to enjoy the process, because if they switch to soccer, soon they're going to realize it's a lot harder than it looks. I'm not actually here. I'm maybe here or even here. And then if they're not interested in working hard to improve, then they're going to look for t-ball. We're going to look for swimming or something else, because they want to feel accomplished. The best way to do that is to stick with something. So let's dive in. Beginner. Beginners are struggling with the lingo. Wait, what is that called again? They're struggling with the body shapes and positions, which is kind of a big deal because gymnastics is all about body shapes and positions. And teacher's going, what was that supposed to be again? That's a beginner. They're struggling with everything about the skill, and that's okay. Every winner was once a beginner, right? That's how that goes. They're very inconsistent. You'll hear them say things like, well, I could do it yesterday, or I only do it when the coach is not looking, or I've been practicing at home and I did it really good, and then I get to the gym and I can't do it. Part of that is because they're inconsistent, they're not as good at the skill yet, and they also have trouble performing under pressure. That's that third criteria for a student who's a beginner. Pressure, too much to think about, they get distracted, can't do the skill anymore. Okay, that's a beginner. Intermediate, number 2. They have recognizable lingo. When I ask for a straddle, they give me a straddle, not a pike. When I ask for a pike, they give me a pike, not a straddle. They have recognizable shapes and position, which makes my job a whole lot easier as the instructor, right? Okay, we know what we're talking about. You're doing what I'm talking about. Okay, now we're working on that. More consistent, and because of all those, they may need to sometimes warm up before they can do the skill, but they can also often do it under pressure. Not all the time, but more frequently. All right, number 3, we've got advanced. We've got mature skills. They look like they've been doing them a while because they have. Number 2 is that they're more consistent. Because they're more consistent, the skills become second nature. They're much more enjoyable. They're not so stressful. They're ready to work new skills or drills, move up to the next level, work harder skills. That's one of the signs of an advanced student. And they can perform consistently under pressure. I say advanced student. That also means a student who's got a skill that's in this category. Not that the student is very advanced, but for example, if you've got an 8-year-old with a cartwheel and they're able to work round-offs, that means that student is here in the advanced column on their cartwheel. That's really, really good. They're here on their front flips or back handsprings. That's okay, but we're making progress. You start skills here, and over time and effort, they increase, which is what we want to see. All right, stage 4, mastery. That's where it gets fun, really fun. I mean, they've got beautiful skills. Everybody knows that's a beautiful cartwheel. Everybody knows that's a beautiful backflip. Everybody knows that's a beautiful handstand or handspring. They need minimal warm-up. They do have to warm up, but they don't have to try a bunch of times to get it right. They can adapt to different pieces of equipment. They can adapt to different environments really easily because the skill is just automatic. It's second nature. And then they enjoy the fun of competition because they're not having to focus on doing the skill. They're able to kind of take in the sights, so to speak. You've got a student that every skill they have falls in one of these 4 categories. At Apex, we have a 3-star rating system for skills. 1, introduced, 2, accomplished, and 3, mastered. So star number 1 is when a preschooler, for example, understands that teacher wants a straddle, understand that teacher is showing a straddle, but can't do a straddle or not a recognizable straddle. That's a here. We're here. That preschooler is here on the straddle. They get a 1 star. They know it. We've got the lingo. They understand the basics. Very inconsistent though. A 2-star system, and you can see this in your app when you log in and look at your kiddos in their skill tracking part of your app for your phone. A 2-star is either intermediate or advanced. They've got recognizable skills, recognizable shapes. They're either doing it well or they're even ready to move up. So if they're doing it well, they get a 2-star. That's a pass from me. That means they're ready to move on to the next skill. 2-star students, if they have 2-star on all of their skills and their skill tree, they're ready to move up to the next level. Preschool to a beginner, beginner to advanced beginner to intermediate, etc. 3 stars, watch for those 3 stars. If you got a kiddo that's got some 3-star cartwheels or 3-star forward rolls or 3-star back handsprings, that is a mastered skill. That's what we're looking for. Now, quick side note, it can be super frustrating for students sometimes who move up from one level to the next level, and they go from 80% of their skills being mastered to 10% of their skills being mastered, and now they've got a bunch of beginner skills and their confidence does this, right? They don't feel good. Everything is a struggle all over again. They don't feel like they're making progress. We as coaches and parents get to see that and say, no, you're doing it. These are new hard things. They're going to take time. Stick with it, and we can encourage them properly. And that's one of the things I want my staff and I to be masters of, and parents also get to help so much with the encouragement of their athletes, because how you get to be enjoying what you're doing is being good at it, and that means sticking with it. So thanks for your time. Those are the 4 stages of skill mastery. I hope you are noticing where your students are at in the app. If you haven't seen the app yet, find a staff member, find the Apex Gym Secrets Facebook group, find the video, and track your students' progress, and I will see you in the gym.